Thomas Edison once said, "Our greatest weakness lies in giving up. The most certain way to succeed is always try one more time." If you're wondering what this has to do with my reflection on my past, present, and future, just keep listening. I'm Janaan Van Zante, and I bleed blue. I was born this way. It started with my grandfather when he became an Anchorage City police officer back when Alaska was still a U.S. territory in 1951. My parents and three of my brothers have immersed themselves in law enforcement, and I was no different, taking the path to the dark side, working in the prison system. Now, that experience made me a believer in change, and I still want to be a part of that change. What I've discovered is that for me to be a positive influence in law enforcement, I need to reach out to those dealing with addiction and making the choices to break the law. During my 8 years with the Idaho Department of Correction and a year and a half with the Lincoln County Sheriff's Office in Newport, Oregon, I saw a lot of young people fighting their addiction and many lost in their thinking errors. In other words, blaming others for their own problems. And I wanted to be more than just a caretaker and enforcer of rules. I wanted to guide them in becoming successful members of society. And I had been told that most of those inmates in prison and in jail would end up back in our community. So the big question was, and still is for me, how do we want them in the community? Continued lawbreakers or successful members of society? So my plan was to become a teacher because I figured if I could get through to the kids, I could help them avoid becoming criminals. That was not a bad idea. So when I moved to Twin Falls in 2009, I began work as a behavior paraeducator and an education paraeducator for the Twin Falls School District while attending the College of Southern Idaho. I've taken a lot of classes over the years from different colleges and finally settled on an associate's degree in special education with a certification in early education from the College of Southern Idaho. What I discovered with my associate's degree, was that a lot of individuals who suffer from learning disabilities end up in the criminal side. So I had all the answers, right? Well, as you see right now, I'm a juvenile detention officer or a full-time multitasking ninja, which I'd rather be called. Thank you very much. So when I began this semester in the Multidisciplinary Studies program, I was still planning on becoming a teacher. And I talk about it in my bio, but the longer I worked as a juvenile detention officer, which has been almost 2 years now, and the further I got into the program, I discovered that I did not have the patience to teach children. It's not that I don't like children. I just know that I need to seek out a different profession. And the truth is, I really miss being in law enforcement, and I really miss helping people. So I created a new SMART goal. When I complete my multidisciplinary studies degree in the spring of 2020, I want to be more prepared to assist in transitioning individuals from prison into the community. I plan on pursuing a career as a probation and parole officer with the Idaho Department of Correction while I'm still attending Boise State University. Now, probation officers, if you want to know, are case managers. They're mediators, they're mentors, and therefore I'm taking upper division classes focused on criminal justice. Now, I'm not only just working on a bachelor's degree in multidisciplinary studies, I'm also working on a certification in applied leadership, and I feel this additional certification will really help me lead those individuals looking to make better choices in their lives rather than return to prison. And I have to give props to my academic advisor, Amanda Ryan. I live 2 hours away from the BSU campus, and I have been able to talk to her multiple times on the phone about my degree path. And it's because of Amanda I have the utmost confidence in being able to complete my degree with a better knowledge of my future as a PO. And I have the most recent discovery. Okay, it's not really a discovery, but I'm really excited. Can you tell? This kid looks more excited than I do. Okay, for the spring semester of 2019, I am going to intern at District 5 Probation and Parole. I cannot be more excited. I've already said that, I know. So my learning opportunities while being an intern include case management, data entry, monitor compliance of offenders' probation and parole, responsibilities to the courts, parole hearings, drug testing, and motivational interviewing, collateral contacts with outside agencies pertaining to offenders under the Idaho Department of Corrections supervision, and more. This is going to give me the opportunity I need to start developing the skills needed to be a felony probation and parole officer with the Idaho Department of Correction. And as I said, I'm really excited. This semester has taught me a lot about myself. It really made me think about my future and what I really wanted to do with my degree and the direction I needed to take to get there. I discovered that my initial plan to be a teacher was not something I really wanted to do. And it was sad. It was like saying goodbye to an old friend. But I am so thankful for the MDS program so I can pursue my goal as a felony probation and parole officer. Thank you so much. And now here's my works cited pages, a couple of them. I want to thank you all for a wonderful semester, and I look forward to learning with the rest of you down the road. Have a great day.